class example 4 and 5, they are some more review from lesson 1. So for looking at class example 4, a bacteria triples every 6 days. So we're saying that n is the number of bacteria present after x number of days. This is page 247. So this is our formula given. N equals 3 to the x over 6. After how many days are there 243 bacteria? So if bacteria is n, then our n is 243. So we could just say 243 equals 3 to the x over 6. Everyone okay with that step? Yep. So if it's saying after how many days, we have to solve for x. Okay, so to solve for x, I want my bases the same. Can you rewrite 243 with a base of 3? Yes. Yes, you can. So what is it? 3 to the exponent what? Negative 243. You want it with a base of 3. 3 to the exponent 5. Carly and Michaela, do you agree? So what's my next step? So what am I writing? 5 equals x over 6. Yeah, so now I don't have any addition or subtraction going on here, so you do the opposite operation to isolate your x. Multiply both sides by 6, so you have 30 equals x. So after how many days? So after 30 days. So 30 days, there will be 243 bacteria. Okay. Any questions with how to do class example 4? No. Because the number of bacteria n, it's written right in the question. Yeah, so 243 is your n, and you're looking for your x. So if it was giving your number of days, then you would put that in for your x. So you can do this in your calculator then? No, this is where you just change. You don't put this in your calculator because you're solving for x, so it's easier to go the base. Yeah, set your bases equal to each other and then set your exponents equal to each other. It's the easiest way to do this. If you wanted to graph it and then find your intersect, you could do that as well. So you could graph 3 to the exponent x over 6. Then you could graph 243, find that intersect. That would also solve it for you. Okay, so that could be a good check during the test. So there's 2 different ways to do it. If you get the same answer, you're probably right. Okay, this is the one we're going to use a graphing calculator. And then B, we're going to solve algebraically. So graphing calculator, like I was saying, we pull this up. We will try to do this together. So if you ever have 2 things equal to each other and you want to solve for x, just graph them both separately. So I'm going to graph 27 to the x minus 2 and y1. So my y1 is 27 to the exponent x minus 2. My y2 is 1 over 81 to the x plus 3. When you're graphing, just make sure to put the exponents in brackets. Unless you have a fancy calculator that has that puts it above the superscript. If you have that, then just put it all up there. But if you have a calculator like mine up here, this is how you're going to do it. So 27 to the exponent bracket x minus 2 bracket y2 1 over, and then 81 to the exponent bracket x plus 3 bracket. This is all 1 and this is all 1. You could put this in brackets if you wanted to, but you don't have to. You mean this? Or this? You could if you want. It doesn't really matter because 1 to the exponent of anything is just 1. Right? And this is only affecting your 81. So the x plus 3 is only affecting your 81, so I'm only putting it beside my 81. Okay? Does everyone have this? Okay, I'm just going to use zoom fit. I have no idea what this is going to look like. Oh, this isn't going to work. Oh, there it is. Okay, I just zoomed out so we can kind of get an idea of what we're looking for.
Mine's like on the other side of it.
Yours is on the, oh, right, like that?
Yeah, that's what mine is. Okay, so zoom out then.
I zoomed out, and that's what it did. I'm just going to see if I can find an intersect right now. Okay, mine just gives me an intersect. Try to find your intersect. It should work. Just go second trace 5, intersect. Did you get it, Dylan? No?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Okay, so if it works, then it doesn't have to look pretty on your graph. You got it? Matt, did you get it?
I was trying to like, I was screwing around with it, so.
Oh, yes. Carly and Michaela, did you get this intersection? Check your Y1 and Y2.
Yeah, I got the
Oh my god, give me my calculator.
So I'm just going to put this here. Okay, so this is your intersection. Now we're solving for x. So your x is going to be negative 0.86, we'll say. Okay, so this is one way you can do this. So if you're solving for x, if you're looking at that on a test and you go blank, just graph them and find your intersection. But we can also do this algebraically. Dylan, did you get it? Okay, just get them.
They're right.
Twenty-seven to the x minus 2.
I think this is the first week in September. I guess like a week after that, and then I went away for 2 weeks. Yeah. And I've not gone away. Did you like go back to the doctor and get water? No? Are you just like leave it over? Yeah, I'll see what happens. I'm just sick of going to the doctor and then not being able to do anything about it. Yeah. So I'm just pissed off. Well, when I went, because I went to the hospital,
I'm just trying to, I put brackets around it and see if this will work.
was like swollen on me, so they gave me some nasal spray, and then they said they were gonna check me for mono. I was like, I don't have mono. I'm not tired all the time. Like, weird. I know, cause I'm that age, I guess. I was like, no, I don't have mono actually.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then my parents like,
Let me
like
check that out later.
No.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to try to solve this algebraically. 27 and 81, we want to write them both to the base. You're going to have to figure this out, okay? Yes, it's going to be 3. If you don't know, it's okay, on an exam it'll probably be fairly obvious. You know that 27 is equal to 3 cubed. You should get familiar with this one. And 81 is 3 to the x 4. So I can rewrite both of those with a base of 3, okay? So sometimes you have to change both of them, so you have to see which one will work. So 27 is 3 cubed, so I can write 3 cubed I still have x minus 2 equal to, what? Can I write 1 over 81? Yeah, so it'd be negative 4. So I can rewrite, so 1 over 81 is 3 to the negative 4. Okay, so as soon as you have that 1 over, we're writing with a base of 3, you have to have that negative exponent. So then we still have x plus 3 outside. Yeah, so now we have to multiply our exponents. So power over power, you multiply exponents. So make sure you distribute throughout. Okay, so on my left, I'll have 3 as a base. Yeah, 3x minus 6 equals, and I have 3 as a base. Yeah, so don't forget to distribute this negative 4 to both x and 3. Okay, so now that I have these both with the same base, does everyone understand where we got the same bases? Those exponents. Everyone's good there? So now we can set them equal to each other. So I have 3x minus 6 equals negative 4x minus 12. I have x's and numbers on both sides. So I have to get my x's to one side, my numbers to the other. Doesn't matter which way you go. I can either move my x's right or move them left. You can move them right. I would start off with moving them left, though, because this is a negative. You can just add positive x. Either way, though, it would work out, okay? So I'm just going to add 4x to both sides. So if I add 4x and get rid of it from my right-hand side, that's add 6 to the left-hand side. If you want to do this in 2 different steps, that's completely fine. So my 4x's will cancel out on the right. My 6's will cancel out on my left. So on my left-hand side, what am I left with? 7x equals, what am I left with on my right-hand side? Negative 6. So now how do I solve? Divide by 7. Yes, so x is equal to negative 6 over 7. So in our calculator, you can go x, enter. This is from our graph, okay? So this x is saved from our graph, from our intersect. So just go x, enter. So this was that x value that I gave it to you, and you should be able to put this into a fraction. So negative 6 over 7 and negative 6 over 7. If you don't remember how to do this, just change negative 6 over 7 into a decimal. That's easier. Oh, no. Any questions? No. Making sense? Do you guys want to do some questions and practice on this? Or do you want to... Sorry? Yeah. Okay, so let's look in the book to see what questions are good.
And then are you going to just do lesson 2 tomorrow then?
Depending on how you do today. I probably will just do lesson 2 tomorrow. I'm okay with that. Okay, so Carly and Michaela, since I got your exams, I'm going to mark them quick and I'm going to send them back with the answer key. So if you want to go over them, let me know if you don't understand where I got some of the questions from, okay? Or actually, I have them on I went over the entire test on Friday, so I can just put them up on Notebook, and then you can go through it if you want and see where you went wrong there, too. Okay, let's do number 1, 4, 7. Yeah, let's do all of 7. It's good practice. 1, 4, 7, 8. And then the multiple choice are probably pretty good. 1, 4, 7, 8, 12, 13. Oh, shut it. Okay, I'm going to stop recording.